Hello, good morning, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor in Paradise, a guy's review. That's right, we've got part 2 of this week's episodes of Bachelor in Paradise ready to talk about justice for Rodney. We're going to get into all this right now. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, patreon.com/Dave Neal for behind-the-scenes bonus content. Hey, guess what? I was driving. This is how busy I've been. I was stuck in traffic, so I actually took notes old school on my notepad here for you guys. So we were going to make that happen. If you remember the old school days, this is Notebook Dave coming right at you. I take notes, read them back to you. No edits, no jump cuts, just me and you guys right here. And I want to give you guys a special shout out. We launched the podcast this week. Number 1 in entertainment news in the USA on Apple Podcasts. Number 229 out of all podcasts in Canada. This is because you guys keep following, leaving reviews, rating, commenting. I appreciate you all so much. Someone said, listen to your first episode, surprised how much I enjoyed this and look forward to all the content about to come our way. I think starting a podcast is your best decision yet. Thank you so much. I think it is as well. The podcast is going to be great content if you're already watching the YouTube channel. I'm making sure that I'm adding original content to the podcast. Link in the comment section. It's free if you guys want to be a part of that. Now, the one problem with podcasting is with all the great reviews, podcasting does give a home for people who don't like you to leave bad reviews, like these 1-star reviews from people who didn't even listen. But that's okay. That's going to happen. I know all the supporters with their 5-star ratings are definitely going to outweigh that. Let's see if we can get those 180 ratings up to 200 today. Thank you guys so much. All right, Bonfire, Paradise High. They call it Paradise High School. If Paradise was a high school, I'd be the guy who reads the morning announcements, right? I'd be the guy at 6 a.m. after the Pledge of Allegiance being like, chess team's going to be late. Okay. Hayden returns. Oh, boy. Hayden returns. Speaking of high school, this would be the guy that transfers to the new school, and everyone's like, we don't like you. Now, Hayden seems like a nice guy. Rambo's dog sitter is making good money this year, though. That is for sure. He has a date card and asks Shanae to talk. Shanae says he is her type, which is good. So Shanae's got a type. It's him. Flo says she got frat boy vibes from Hayden. I'm sorry. Shanae said he isn't her type. Never mind. Shanae said, typo. Hey, I must have hit a speed bump when I wrote this. Pay attention to the road. Logan says Hayden was liked until an ugly moment happened. And when asked if Hayden is a villain, Logan says he wouldn't call him that. See, look, I'm telling you, even when Logan gets the chance to throw someone under the bus, he doesn't. I'm telling you, he's not all about that game. Hayden chats with Kate Gallivan. Kate says, don't be afraid to swoop in. Shoot your shot, she says. So clearly Kate's like, please, shoot your shot. Pull someone's hair, take me down to the boom boom room. Kate says she isn't feeling overwhelmed with sparks. Kate says she's not getting all these sparks from Hayden. I'm like, well, look, you only need one spark. No one's like, everyone says, was there a spark? No one's ever like, were there a bunch? If there's a bunch of sparks, you might have a mechanical failure. Kate says yes to the date. She says yes. Kate goes on a date with Hayden. Kate says she wants Logan to tell her not to go. Oh, boy, not this again. The same thing we had with Rodney and Eliza. Tell me not to go. No, I think you should go. And then, no, you shouldn't go. He's telling me I shouldn't go. He's being controlling. Like, which one do you want, ladies? Come on. But Logan says he wants her to go and have the full experience. Kate says every girl wants a guy to fight for them. Yeah, he's fighting for you to go have the experience and realize he's the better guy. So basically, Logan fails Kate's test by trusting her to make her own decisions. We'll have another video about all this because this is just like complete mind games happening on the beach. Logan then says he wishes she had said her man. Wait, hold on. Logan then says he wishes she said she had her man, which is Logan, so didn't want to go on the date. And it's like, oh boy. So Logan wishes she spoke up and communicated that she was all set. She wishes Logan spoke up. It's like everyone's on the beach trying to play it cool, and then all of a sudden, sparks are turning into, dead log, driftwood. Jasenia speaks the most common sense out of it when she's talking to everyone. She says, Logan probably was just playing it cool. Yeah, Logan probably likes you. He's probably playing it cool. Everyone knows in a relationship. Listen, I'm not going to generalize and make this a man or woman thing. Everyone showed their hand too early, their cards, and gotten burned. You have to create some sort of like chemistry. It's a very delicate process. So you can't meet someone and then be like, no, you're mine. And people are like, whoa. Some people get turned off when they have a controlling boyfriend or a controlling girlfriend. So I can totally see Logan just wanting to like play it cool and then like let his actions speak loudly, and all that. Kate and Hayden go ziplining. She's not turned on by his nervous energy. Hayden paid 6 figures for his dog's brain tumor, we find out. Paid 6 figures. Kate says his priorities are misaligned. Well, maybe Hayden's rich. Maybe 6 figures is not that much money. Hayden tells Kate he called Gabby rough around the edges. Now all of a sudden Kate's kind of realizing the red flags that people were saying. She's like, wait, you called her rough around the edges? And then so Kate sees she gets a taste of Hayden, like when you don't know why a restaurant has a bad Yelp review. You're like, oh, this restaurant's perfectly fine. Why do they have a 2-star Yelp review? And then you find a toenail in your pasta primavera. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I get it now. And so that's the face of Kate saying, yeah, I get it now. She like crinkles the nose up. She's like cute in the sun with her pigtails. She's like, oh, okay, it's one of these things. No, thank you. But I think Hayden's perfectly fine. Here's the problem with Hayden. He's coming off of his Gabby and Rachel season of The Bachelorette. So Hayden doesn't know what kind of edit he already received because the show hasn't aired yet. So he's going with the same tropes he did before. Look at it this way. I kind of equate it to how Thomas always said, oh, I'm 6'7" or whatever, 6'6", 6'8", whatever the hell he is. Thomas used to always talk about his height as sort of an icebreaker. Well, Hayden talks about his dog as an icebreaker. It just so happens that, when you compile 20 different conversations together, he looks like a psycho who can only show love through a dog, which may be the case. Eliza says she wants to feel wanted. I want you to want me. Rodney says he thought Eliza was his potential fiance. Rodney says everyone sees he means business with Eliza. So why doesn't she? She's like, I just want to see that you're doing it right. And he's like, I am. What do you want? Everyone on the beach knows Rodney's a great guy. Everyone on the beach knows Rodney has no eyes for anybody else. And then my thought with Eliza, it might be subconscious, but that she was into Justin and she needed a reason and felt guilty. That's just my thought. Justin tells Andrew they made out under the fireworks, and then Andrew's like, oh man, you made out under the fireworks? Because Andrew knows when you make out under the fireworks, it's pretty much a sealed deal. Rodney and Justin talk it out like bros. Rodney says damage was already done. Of course, the damage being that they made out under the fireworks. All right, that's all I've got for the notes, and then I went to my Word document here once I got home from traffic. Rodney tells Eliza he only wants her. He says she is his only focus. Eliza says, if you were my only focus, you wouldn't have let me go on this date. Oh boy, this is emotional warfare happening. I'm sorry. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I don't think Eliza's a bad person. I don't think her conscious mind is doing this. I think she's just taking what Rodney's giving her and throwing it back on him. What was Rodney supposed to do? He said, I don't want you to go, but I'm not going to tell you not to go. Isn't that what Rodney said? He wasn't like, I'm going to put my foot down and say no. That would be controlling. He was like, I'd rather you not go. I like you. I'm into you. But if you want to go. And she's like, why did you let me go? He's like, I did. What do you want me to handcuff you? What do you want me to go get the boom boom room bondage set and just lock you down? No, I'm going to let you have your free will. Feminism 2022. So Eliza wants a mind reader. Got it. Let me know if I'm wrong. Am I catching this wrong or are you guys on board? He says, what else could I do? She says, I don't want to have to tell you what to do. That's the worst. When he's like, look, I'll do anything. What do you want me to do? And she goes, I don't want to tell you what to do. You should just know. He's like, if I knew, we wouldn't be in this situation. Rodney says, did you think about me on your date? Oh, which is horrible. She goes, and then she laughs. She says, Rodney was a large topic of the convo. Yeah, I'm sure when she was sucking face with Justin under the fireworks, she was like, oh, that's a beautiful firework. Make out, make out, make out. Hey, what's Rodney thinking right now? Then she made out with Justin right after that. Yikes, justice for Rodney. Okay, we love Rodney. The twins arrive, Justin and Joey. Oh, speaking of other twins here, or other Justins, I should say. Justin wears gold. Joey wears silver, or the other way around. Who knows? Of course, they were night one guys from Gabby and Rachel's season. They were pretty much unceremoniously let go from Gabby and Rachel's season. They really did nothing wrong other than that they were twins. That was the only thing. It's like they were twins, and then Gabby and Rachel didn't want it to be a spectacle where they both date essentially the same genetic components. One of the twins pulls Victoria, talks about punting out of his league. I mean, yeah, he's like, all right, give me the most famous, hottest girl on the beach. It's like, all right, like 23-year-old twins. Brittany tells Justin or Jared, Justin, Joey, whatever the hell, JJ, that she's taken. Logan says the twins are a couple of young dudes still learning their way around the world. Oh, but this is nice. Isn't this fun? We get to see the young guys, because the beach is starting to get a little lazy. It's starting to calm down. Everyone's a little tired. Everyone's kind of like sick of the sun, sick of the crabs, sick of the, watered down drinks Wells is making them because they ran out of tequila, whatever, and all of a sudden the boys show up and they're like, party time, you know what I mean? They're like, the beach needed this. Danielle says she is old enough to be their babysitter, which is kind of cool too. Hey, why not? Go for it. Yeah, maybe you can make some minimum wage while you kind of watch over them. I feel bad for them, though. They're just late to the party. Shanae says they have a different smell to each other. Justin and Joey choose Flo and Shanae. All right, boys. Okay, you chose Flo and Shanae. I'm not making this about age, but it is. Really goes to show the stigma that we have with men and women's ages on the beach. If genders were reversed, would anybody care about this? Grocery store Joe and Kenny are, 40 years old, and they got engaged to 25-year-olds. They had a 15-year difference. With Flo and Shanae, they're 32 and 30. We have a 6 and 8 year difference. We only have half of that. The double shot date starts with body shots. Personally loving the double shot date. Absolutely love it. Human taco, making contests, starving children around the world. But hey, a fun scene nonetheless. How do you guys like it? Shanae says she would continue the date onto the beach. Flo also says she had a connection with Justin. The twins have game, folks. Back at the beach, Genevieve and Aaron bicker again. They bicker again. They're all laying down on the same, piece of shade, all catching the same crab. Then Aaron tells Genevieve she is gaslighting him. Then Victoria talks with Genevieve from outside the bathroom. Jen then runs away from Victoria. Oh my golly, we got the whole thing happen on. It's a good fight when they fight in a place that's not supposed to be set up for filming. That's when it's a good fight, when it's like, they're in some alleyway somewhere. They're next to a rock. They're both holding the rock as if like they're both safe in the game at recess. Victoria says he doesn't even know what he's saying. He's just using a buzzword. He's stupid, which is kind of like all of Reddit, or everyone is, this person's manipulating. They're a narcissist. They're gaslighting. It's like, do we even know these words? Clinical psychologists out there. Meanwhile, Johnny gives Aaron a pep talk, just tells him to chill out. He was like, she'll come around. And then, of course, as he sees, she comes around to exit. She literally comes around with her bags and exits. Victoria is a good friend for Genevieve. Tells Aaron to go talk to her. Well done, Victoria. I have to say, Victoria might get the award this week for best friend of the place, because she spent her time and all of her emotional energy helping Genevieve selflessly. So shout out to Victoria for that. Now Aaron goes up to Genevieve and completely blows it. She's like, can we talk? And he has this like pregnant pause and is like, I have to see if it's a good time for me. And then there's a flag on the play. This one's on Aaron. He's a dick there. Major thin ice. The thing is, the only thing that should matter in a fight is if the other person is trying to resolve it, trying to communicate and grow and be better. And Genevieve was trying to do that in that moment. That's all that should matter, is progress moving forward. The benefit of the doubt. In a relationship, you need to give each other the benefit of the doubt until you no longer do that, and that's when you break up. That's not it here, folks. But I understand Aaron. He just wants to laugh, have fun, give her a kiss. He breaks down saying that it didn't need to be this. He says he prays she has a great life, but he won't threaten his happiness. What a beautiful stand Aaron was making in the moment. Breaking down, he says, I just want to have fun. I want to laugh. I want to go play volleyball and be able to kiss you and not have this drama. So I can totally, and I'm sure a lot of people can totally relate to Aaron in that instance, where he doesn't want everything to be just some big issue. The momentum was there. We had it all going on. Now, that doesn't mean he's not guilty of like not being great at communicating. They both have issues they need to work out. He apologizes to her. They both cry. Genevieve tells Aaron she realizes she was falling in love with him. He then tells her he is falling in love with her. He says it'll be better if she stays. They kiss, but good for Genevieve to decide to leave. Good for her for deciding to like take her own path. But then that became the catalyst for a good convo. Victoria says that was crazy. So when Vicky tells you that was crazy, you crazy, folks. Twins and Shanae return. That's fun. They only like sort of halfway explain the date. I love when people return from a date and then they're just horrible storytellers. They're like, we shoved eggs up our butts. We became human-sized tacos. Armpits were licked. Body shots. Mexico, baby. And that's the episode. We'll have more coming for you guys today. I've got a ton of content to get to. I'm getting interviewed by the Us Weekly's Bachelor in Paradise podcast, so I'll be over there. I'm doing Bachelor podcast as well this week or next week soon. And if there's any other podcasts you guys want me to be a part of, please shout me out to them, send them DMs. Jason Tartick's podcast, I kind of want to get on, talk about all the finance of Bachelor. And if you have any Facebook groups or other communities that might be interested in my podcast, please send them the link below, link in the comment section, to be able to listen to or download the podcast. We appreciate all of the ground support you guys are giving. So don't stop now. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye, everybody.